Your pressurized irrigation, or PI as we call it, will be located at the front of your property. Depending on the age of your system, you will have a variation of one of these four PI services. The original PI service consists of only a stop and waste. It is accessed via a 5-inch cast iron lid. The first generation PI meters were installed from 2006 through 2017. Identify this service by a green box that is likely to have a black and gray transmitter mounted in the lid. A stop and waste was installed nearby under a yellow or orange snug cap. The second generation PI meters are installed at homes constructed from 2018 through present day. Identify this service by a purple meter lid about 12 inches around. A stop and waste was installed nearby under a yellow or orange snug cap. The original PI service that is fitted with the meter will consist of three components: a 12-inch purple meter lid, a new stop and waste with the yellow or orange snug cap, and the original stop and waste that remains in place. The original stop and waste should be left on at all times. Leaving it on will allow water back through it and out of the new stop and waste during winterization. The new stop and waste with the yellow or orange snug cap is the only stop and waste you need to use to control this system. All system configurations need to be controlled with the stop and waste, not the meter. Meters are property of WaterPro and are to be accessed only by WaterPro personnel. Turning on a stop and waste requires a valve key of adequate length. WaterPro does not provide these. They can be found at Ace Hardware, IFA, and Home Depot. When using your valve key, it could be helpful to understand how a stop and waste works. If you could take the dirt away from around your irrigation service, you would see a black cylindrical meter can and a white tube that is housing your stop and waste. Let's remove the tube and zoom in on the stop and waste. Here is the control head of the stop and waste. This little wheat pole is the waste. Let's think of the control head as a dam. When the dam is running perpendicular to the pipe, it is holding the water back. The recess in your stop and waste key is made to slide over the dam and allow you to control the stop and waste. To pressurize the system without creating a water hammer, slowly turn the dam until it runs completely parallel with the pipe. When turning the stop and waste, did you notice water spurt from the wheat pole? That is the waste in action. The waste was designed to drain water from the wheat pole unless the dam is turned all the way on. If you hear spraying or if water continues to fill your stop and waste tube, the dam is probably not turned all the way on. Try again. Firmly turn the key until you feel it hit a metallic stop. Now that you know what is going on below ground, let's revisit the surface. Since you are no longer able to see the dam, it may take a few attempts to get your key to seat properly. Insert your key into the tube and float the key over the stop and waste while twisting it back and forth. Wiggle it around a bit until it slips over the dam of the control head. When properly seated, you will feel resistance when you try to turn the key. As a general rule, turning the key counterclockwise turns the system on. Turning the key clockwise turns the system off. Whether turning your system on or off, prevent flooding from the stop and waste by always turning the dam until you feel it hit a stop. This concludes this tutorial.